Hello, welcome to DarkMatch for TNA Impact, November 23rd, 2012. I'm DigiFox. I'm the fox that rocks your socks.
Too many infidelity angles!
Just can't get away from them.
I'm Lord Star, and why?
I'm Allie, and I don't really have any good thing to say.
And this is Rockton. You don't have to walk the streets for money.
Whatever you say, Scooter.
What?
How about that?
And this is what is Iron Sheik tweeting now. For the Black Friday or the Christmas, Mary Poppins, go fuck yourself.
Mary Poppins, that's a new one.
And what the
Yeah,
hell
it
did
is.
Mary ever do to you?
She's not supercalifragilisticexpialidocious for him.
Oh, she's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious old. Okay.
Anyway, we're here to talk about Impact, not Mary Poppins, even though I'd rather talk about her.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I want to start off by saying this was actually for a while. This is actually for me a fairly decent episode of Impact, and then it started to fall off at the later in the show.
Yeah, Impact does that a lot.
It's like a downward roller coaster, but it never goes up again.
And also, it should be noted that tonight is open fight night. So our first match is Wes Briscoe versus Garrett Bischoff. Exactly. Who?
Wasn't Wes Briscoe like part of the whole Aces and Eights angle already?
I have a new name for this match. It's Who versus Why.
Yeah, he was out there attacking them last week.
Yeah, he's getting in.
They're actually
Spoilers.
it's like they're skipping introducing people and just having them there.
Well, I mean, since he's already an integral part of the Aces and Eights singles, it would be stupid for them to not accept him unless if they're, oh god, they're going to serve us all hell next week. Just watch.
Okay, the match was very unremarkable.
The swerve is going to be Garrett Bischoff is going to be part of them now.
And Wes Briscoe debuts his new sandwich in his pin, the Briscoe roll. And then nothing else happened during that match, I think. Then Kurt Angle came out and was congratulating him and shit. And
actually, I found this to be a really solid match between these two.
Yeah, well, okay.
I made jokes about Garrett Bischoff last week, and I think that was honestly due to peer pressure because I really don't find Garrett Bischoff that bad. He's green, definitely, but he's not that terrible.
Well, I do commend him for trying to learn how to wrestle, and I just kind of consider this match to be a little on the unremarkable side. It's not terrible, just it exists.
Well, the only remarkable thing isn't Garrett Bischoff the only TNA person to wrestle a check guy and lose?
Yep.
Well, that's because it's Garrett Bischoff.
Yeah, that's right. I think he is.
I didn't think
Wait,
it was a weird.
Holy shit!
Yeah. I didn't think this when Garrett Bischoff was announced as opponent. I was like, that is a really weird choice for a gut check opponent.
We're gonna put you in the reins, kid. Here's Garrett Bischoff. Hi.
So of course he wins with a roll up, and of course Tex just exploded.
Yay.
Yeah, there was some great stuff here. I like they did simultaneous drop kicks and both missed, but it looked like they did that intentionally, and I thought it actually looked really good.
So the whole double drop kick wouldn't have gotten HBF's caveman to shout out botch.
Botch.
Thank you, Allie.
By the way, the roll-up that Wes Briscoe did on Garrett Bishop looked so much like the SOS, it might as well been the SOS.
Shit on a shingle.
That's our alley.
Hi. Damn it! Me seriously reviewing the show turns into me quipping.
Yeah. So Briscoe wins. We cut back to Al Snow talking to all the gut check winners. Oh, so now we're finally going to recognize all of them. Now they finally decide to use them for once, and he talks them. Says you got a big opportunity, and you can call out anyone you want.
Was Alex Silva part of it too? Because he was the only one that was shot in there. Well, he was a shoot edition because Flair went off the script and they did not do it, and they did not have Plan B
Are you not surprised?
planned.
And we get a commercial break, and in the back we see Karen Angle, basically telling Garrett West how proud he is, and
Wait, Karen Angle? No.
Oh, the hag is back. Oh, I mean,
basically giving they're basically in the back there, and he might as well be making out with Garrett and West, and the amount of praise he's giving to them. Just, oh, I love you too.
Well, he's kissed Brock, so it's not too far out of the realm of possibility.
That's hot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and he likes to make up with a little. Yeah, never mind.
Anyways, we should go on to the next segment.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so now we have Joey Ryan versus Chavo Guerrero.
Mexican warrior,
So,
Chavo Guerrero to you.
And Joey Ryan has he has the best entrance music right now.
Jordan Ryan comes out and makes a fairly decent promo, and says he didn't need to win gut check. Says he was born a star. Says, hey, Hogan, you can't control me and Morgan. And says they're going to become the tag champs. And that's why he's going to call out Chavo Guerrero.
Oh. Okay.
The ending of the promo was a bit weird, though, because he says Morgan is big and Joey Ryan is a giant as he proceeds to look down at his crotch while opening his trunk slightly, and then says everyone knows size matters.
Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, he and Chavo have a pretty good match. I was pretty thoroughly entertained because Joey Ryan is a fresh face on TNA, and it's always good to see where he's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, Matt Morgan comes to the ring and interferes and gets Joey disqualified. Chavo's the winner. And then Hernandez.
He had him in that chokeslam for like a good 10, 15 seconds before he finally hit him. I think Chavo could have easily countered him considering how long he held it. I don't know. Is that just me? Do you think he could have countered that?
Well, unless if he really has you good around your throat.
Yeah, I suppose. And he was holding him pretty high up.
Stupid Matt Morgan and stupid Tony Scherz.
So he as he's holding up Chavo Guerrero, he yells, "Who will be the first to gain access?" No, I'm just kidding.
I almost thought you were serious. Almost.
Yeah, for those who don't know, there is a movie that apparently was made in 2011 called Death from Above, starring Kurt Angle as a druid pagan god. Also stars Rhino, ODB, James Dorn as a guy named Gunner, ironically enough.
Yeah, what the hell?
Psycho State is the hero.
And yet the sky is not tinted red. What a shock.
But the best part is Matt Morgan trying hard to act. If go online and find the trailer because it's just too funny.
Who will be the first to gain access?
Who will be the first to gain access
Who will be the first to gain access?
to the Pizza Hut? Wait,
Who will be the first to gain access?
get off my
Get
show.
off our show, Skippy.
Well, fine. Fuck it. I quit.
See you in a week. Okay, let's keep going.
Oh, so anyway, after that craziness, we continue on, and now we have Sam Shaw, who was one of the previous Gut Check winners, and he calls out Alex Silva, the first Gut Check winner, and I completely almost forgot who either of these guys were because they haven't been on TV in months.
Yeah, I forgot about Sam Shaw, but I did not forget about Alex Silva.
I didn't forget about Alex Silva because of the whole shoot thing.
What was that?
Well, Ric Flair Ric Flair forgot the script and he voted yes for Alex Silva instead of voting no, and he still went with Plan A.
He wasn't. I didn't know that. I didn't know about that at all.
I think it's on Lowell TNA.
So Silva was not supposed to win?
Nope.
Huh. Then if that's the case, then why didn't Pritchard or Taz or whoever was there that night not vote no in that case?
Well, probably because they never came up with a Plan B.
Yeah.
Remember, this is TNA. They don't have. There's foresight does not exist in their universe.
Yep.
Well, in the Impact Zone.
They have Plan A, Plan B, and Plan B is called Fuck It. Moving on, I assume.
Sometimes it's a good thing if you fuck up to run with it and just to try things out, but in other cases it's not. In other cases, not so much.
They pretty much went. They pretty much went with it, but then they did nothing with it.
Until tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
And Alex Silva actually did rather well, and I liked the way his style was. I liked his style.
It's also the only time we've seen Gut Check winner versus Gut Check winner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last I've heard though, before this, Silva just got shipped to OVW. Well, actually, they did make a mention.
I have a question
of that. Shoot.
Does anyone who goes to OVW ever come back?
Silva, obviously.
Because I want it to be like purgatory.
I mean, we haven't heard. I think Anarchia ended up getting released after he went to OVW, aka Chavo Bagwell.
Well, he didn't go. He didn't go back. I think you mean more someone who goes goes back to OVW if after actually being on one of the main, wrestling programs. Yeah, that's more likely is when they never come back, because people who come up from OVW and then join the show and don't go back, some of them do really well. Dolph Ziggler, for instance.
Huh?
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler is an OVW graduate.
Oh, I know he was
Yeah,
an
he was part
OVW
of the
graduate, but I thought you were
squad.
talking like TNA. I'm like, what?
No. That's not what I meant.
Anyway, we should probably move on with the show here. So,
But it
we have
could
a
be also
backstage-
because WWE was handling OVW at the time and they knew what to do with him, and TNA doesn't.
Okay, so we have OVW. What next? I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So backstage we have Eric Young in a turkey suit, and yeah,
This
you
was
guys fill
such
in
a
the blanks.
weird backstage segment. It's like, because he comes in the Hulk Hogan and says, "I want to do this. This is a tradition," and Hogan says, "Yeah, go out, go have fun. I don't care. Go away." He basically literally it looks like he does not give a shit about this at all. Obviously, seems to still have his mind on aces and eights. He's like, I don't care, just do what the hell you want. But at the end, you hear him mumble the line, and I'm assuming he's talking about Eric Young here. I want to be him when I grow up. What?
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Who wants? I want to be just like you. Don't do it.
That was so weird and random. I can't believe they didn't yell cut before he said that. But that's TNA for you. That they just keep going.
It's not their policy to yell
Do
cut.
it live.
They only do we're TNA. We only do one take.
Like I said, Plan A and Plan B's fuck it. So
I guess they figured no one would catch that. No one would catch him saying that.
So that backstage segment bleeds into another one where EY runs into Robbie E, and they're like, oh, your sweater sucks or your turkey sucks, and then Tara and Jesse get into it as well, and this basically sets up a triple threat tag.
Yeah. I love and EY and Robbie E makes a big deal out of how last year they made Rob T wear the suit, and he's like, no, look at him. Yeah, nothing's changed.
look at me now.
Not a lot's changed. Look at how miserable he looks. He looks just as miserable. He looked just as miserable back then.
Actually, he might
He
look
looked
even
just
more
as
miserable.
stern. Yeah, he looked. If anything, he might look slightly more miserable, but his facial expression is virtually unchanged.
Was Robbie T doing the Robbie T gimmick back then? Because I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember if he was with Robbie E at the time.
I don't think I was watching that last year.
I think it was.
at least during that time, I'm not sure.
I envy you then.
I think the Robbies have been together for over a year now.
I'm not exactly sure when I started watching TNA like full time. I don't remember exactly.
His face displays the inevitability of his stagnant career, ever declining into the deep abyss below.
Oh, and then we
And
get
they gaze upon
video
them.
package. We get a video package of the Aces and Eights stuff. Once again, we have to revisit all the stuff with the hammer, which is
The Nerf
we
hammer.
we've definitely voiced our displeasure with that.
Yeah. Ugh.
Forgot where
And
I was
then-
in the show.
Jarringly enough, we go back to the Aces of Eights clubhouse, and they're having a Thanksgiving feast.
It took over Pee Wee's Playhouse for this.
Okay, and I'm just like, now this is getting kind of cartoonish.
We're having a turkey dinner of evil.
Pretty much, like, what's going to happen when Christmas comes? Are we going to see the Aces of Eights with all their beer bottles and they're opening presents? I mean,
Aces and Eight Christmas special.
They're gonna have some. They're
gonna have someone dressed as Santa in a mask.
Watch it.
they're going to have like B. Arthur there.
Then it
doing
turns
this
out it's
stuff.
like Joey Mercury or something. He's already there. Oh my
No,
god.
I wouldn't be
Joseph-
surprised if I would be.
Joseph Park is gonna disguise himself as Santa Claus and then take off the suit and beat them up. That would be awesome.
That would be great. I would love to see that.
beat him up as Abyss.
Either it's Joseph Park or Abyss. Doesn't matter.
But he's got to be wearing the Santa suit. That's the thing.
Exactly.
What's in my sack? Oh, it's whatever the fucking name is bad. I was going to call it Bridget, but apparently that's
No,
Janice.
it's Janice and Bob.
Yeah, he puts Janice in the sack and thumbtacks. Don't forget thumbtacks.
Santa's gonna kick your ass.
Santa's coming and he's gonna kick your ass.
Well, then after the dinner, I think they pretty much throw the dart at the dartboard and they pretty much have their next target.
I'm surprised that Turkey didn't like have stuff with some weird word evil shit or something.
I'm surprised.
Maybe they put the hammer in the turkey. I don't know.
I'm surprised the turkey wasn't wrapped in a mask.
Sadly, it wasn't a ham, so I could have called it ham kind. But damn it.
Anyway, we'll be here all night. Now we get Christian York, who is the most recent gut check winner. Who comes out and he completely goes for broke and calls out Jeff Hardy, the champion.
And I was like, no, bad idea. I immediately was like horrified and thinking, you really think Jeff Hardy can carry this guy? You know, a guy who's, you know, I mean, yeah, he's been wrestling for 16 years, but this is, you know, on a big time show. I mean, if you
Big time.
even though I know. Relatively big time. At least in the sense that they're on TV consistently.
Bigger than the Indies, anyway.
Well, according to Stevie Richards, TNA is just an over-glorified indie.
Yeah, you could argue that. I could see that.
But that's here and there. We have a match to go through.
And it actually turns out rather well. I mean, and I actually liked Christian York a lot in this match because it seemed that they were actually telling a decent story in the ring here, where Christian York just scouted the hell out of Hardy and every time Jeff Hardy went to hit one of his signature moves, York immediately had a counter.
So yeah, you can tell that this guy's done some homework anyway.
Yeah.
The crazy thing was when Christian York actually hit the twist of fate on Hardy, and I was immediately thinking, isn't it sad that Christian York can, at the same age as Hardy, can do a better twist of fate than Hardy?
Then again,
thing.
look at Hardy, and don't forget about what happened in Victory Road 2010.
I was just going to say he's made of like stuck together pieces of drugs and gum and more drugs.
What did happen in 2010? I know what happened in 2011, but what happened in 2010?
Pretty much, Jeff Hardy was passed out in the bathroom. TNA finds him. They pick him up, drag him to the gorilla position, have him come out, have Sting come out.
Then Hardy kind of wobbled around the ring, and Sting just gave
I thought
that
was 2011.
That's 2010, dude.
Oh, never mind. My fault.
So he did that 2 years in a row. Get fucked up on drugs.
Or was it 20?
I think it's a bi-weekly holiday for Hardy.
No, it was 2011. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm somehow in the long year, guys.
Fuck, that was a long year.
Yeah, I knew what happened. 2011 was the year. Victory Road was the year of the make it stop. Oh God, please make it stop.
That was pretty much the lowest point they could possibly hit, to the point where they could not go any lower, so they went up a little bit.
But they still keep on trying to hit that lowest.
They're trying. I give them an award for that.
Yep, Victory Road this year was not exactly the greatest, but it was better than Victory Road from last year. But you don't really have to try that hard to do that.
I'm pretty sure that then the E-Fed would probably do a better Victory Road than last year. Even some of the shittier ones that get shown up on UMAD.
You could just show a puppy bowl.
Two kids bouncing on a trampoline would be better than Victory Road.
Yeah.
2011.
You just have like two puppies wrestle and have a better show than Victory Road.
Yeah, and that would be cute too.
Sad we gotta go back to the present, guys.
No.
Yeah, we gotta
living in the past.
get on
Better.
things.
Remember when it sucked and we used to complain?
So
it was fun.
Basically, what happens is Hardy ends up winning the victory, and then Christian gets up to congratulate him, and then Robert Roode hits the ring and does this little backcracker thing on York, and then gets into it with Hardy.
So he won the victory, huh, Digi?
Well, it's better than losing the victory.
Yeah, that yes, Jeff Hardy got the victory.
Winning the win.
But anyways.
Did you win the lose? Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, enough snarking on our co-hosts. Hardy, Roode just pretty much says that he's challenging Hardy at Turning Point, at Final Resolution.
Is it Turning Point or Final Resolution? Which one is it?
Final Resolution.
Okay.
I think we've already had Turning Point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already had Turning Point. So, I think you got a little confused there.
Well, then again, nothing really happened.
Are you not reading? Are you not? I mean, I know you might. Is it because you didn't watch Impact that you're forgetting?
Yes, I admit it.
Well, I don't know if it's that or TNA just likes changing their order on their pay-per-views.
But then again, I still have to say nothing really happened in Turning Point.
No, not at all.
The status quo was restored.
Pretty much.
I mean,
the only thing.
something almost happened because James Storm won the W number one contendership, but then on Impact they completely dashed that right out the window.
Yeah, I remember that. And also, the only other thing that happened is that Joseph Park became Abyss again, the first time in probably half a year.
There seems to be this argument with certain dark matchers as to whether or not they are doing a Joseph Park is Abyss gimmick with it, because they've kind of shifted in. At first they seem to not they seem to indicate that wasn't the case, and then now they sort of are. So it's kind of out there as to what TNA is doing.
Yeah. Of course, that never was followed up on.
Yeah.
Last week. And also, Bully Ray and Joseph Park pretty much capstoned their feud.
Yep.
At Turning Point. Those three were the only things that happened in Turning Point.
Yeah, so anyway, Rude attacked Hardy and he grabbed the world title and, whatever. And is it, I must be one of the only ones that gets kind of bugged when someone grabs a title and holds it up it's like you didn't win it yet. I don't know. That's just me. It's a very minor thing, but I don't know. I always felt like grabbing the title. It seems like you're even if you drop it after you're done holding it up in front of everyone, saying, "Yeah, this is the next thing you're gonna see," kind of thing. Is just like you're still kind of stealing it for just a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's their intention. They could take it anytime they want, but they won't. Anyway, moving on. Now we get Taylor Hendricks.
Oh, that's a sucky name.
Who?
It's funny.
I know we don't know anyone named Hendricks, do we?
What's funny? When I feel like I've heard that name outside of Impact. I don't know why.
I think my favorite thing is the guy writing the results just goes into like a short spiel about her. Damn. Hendrick look good tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. And of course now she's wrestling Victoria.
Well, before we get into this segment did feature Brooke Hogan, and I have to say, Bully, you have so much more better choices than Brooke Hogan to sleep with on the roster.
He's going for low standards.
Like
her
Christopher Daniels.
Her backstage segments are average to somewhat okay at best. It's when she comes out of the ring that she completely sucks.
Yeah, get a real diva like AJ Styles.
She at least she seems to speak well enough. I mean, she doesn't seem to flub over her line over whatever lines they give her.
Well, honestly, I'm not going to pick on Brooke because she's Hulk Hogan's daughter. Hogan is her dad. That's got to be challenged.
On that topic, isn't Hulk Hogan very overprotective of Brooke?
I would imagine he is.
Yeah, during the show.
Again, point stands. Why go after her when you have those 24-inch pythons coming after you, brother?
Yeah, like during the show he was on when his daughter was I think she was an adult at the time, I don't know. But pretty much whenever she got a boyfriend, Hulk Hogan had to screen him for 3 hours and just sitting in a room together. And Hulk Hogan just talking shit to him. So yeah.
So anyway, Tara wrestles Taylor. That's not going to get confusing. And of course, Tara wins because, we can't put over the new talent too quickly.
And the only time you can put over the new talent is when they're facing each other.
Yeah.
or when their name is Garrett or
kind of a Morton sport though. When
or
you have
Wes.
to pick, kind of a Morton sport though when you have to pick between new and new, unless like someone old comes in and beats everyone else up.
Hendricks looked okay, except for the one part where she tried to do like a jumping crossbody. That didn't look very good. Looked a little sloppy. Or was like a cross body block, I guess.
A jumping something.
Oh, and then we have our turkey suit match, and this next segment,
Really?
2 words can describe it: mood whiplash.
Really? What the fuck?
Well, first off, let's go through the match.
This match was not very good. I mean, I feel bad for Eric Young. I mean, he did well enough. It's just the people he's in the ring with didn't. I mean, Robbie E's okay, but the other people just were not giving him much to work with.
You mean Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse just.
And
Jesse ruined this match. I'm sorry.
Hey, Rockdan, do you want to hear something? One of the commentators on Impact wanted to see more of Jesse in singles action.
Ugh.
Oh, who's Jesse again?
Oh. So
I suppose the commentators
I feel legit bad.
have to
Jesse.
say that.
Well, I think it's our third man that we recently got, Tom Kenley. I think he said that. So you take that as you will.
Yeah, at least Taz or TNA didn't have to say it. And oh, by the way, even though I don't like that guy either, at least it's not just him and like Borash or TNA. At least he has TNA and Taz to cover his ass.
Yeah, that's true. It's not so excruciating.
I'm just going to say, if you have to have Taz cover for you.
Yeah, you're doing something majorly wrong.
Yeah, you need to have the TNT.
God.
It's funny. It's funny how bad Taz has been sometimes on TNA. He's good sometimes, but then he'll say something that's just like, "What the fuck did you? What the hell did you just say?" Well, but he never really did anything like that when he was in WWE.
Yeah, there's a good reason why he's now a segment on Botchamania.
Return.
So yeah, this match, it happens. Young pins Jesse, and of course he has to wear the turkey suit.
I did not really understand. I thought it was a weird turkey suit. I thought that like he would just like. He would basically. It was like one of those turkey suits where you wouldn't see his face anymore. He would just look like a turkey. But no, it's this weird halfway where he has a turkey. He has something around the middle, and then he gets the turkey head on top of his head, and then the little whatever that turkey thing.
It just looks like it could be a flotation device.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like
so pretty much they couldn't find a gobbledygooker suit.
Turkey Titanic.
Yeah, like I was thinking they should just get a full out fursuit for this thing.
They should probably ask Hector Guerrero where the gobbledygooker suit is.
He's got it in his closet.
I burned it.
But anyways,
I've seen like on SmackDown like actual turkey fursuits come out. Like Come on, TNA. I know you're on a budget, but come on.
I mean, hell, you have a pretty much free access as long as you ask Hector nice enough.
Hire some furry to do it.
But
Yeah.
we go from this to the mood whiplash.
Yes. So, yeah, even
well,
though
I
Jesse
already thought I honestly thought the turkey suit match it was the start of the moon whiplash just because Jesse ruined it. I mean, it could have been a little fun. It was one of those type of matches that seems like like those little fun things they do for holidays, and then they have someone in there that just completely screwed up and sucked all the fun right out of it.
Yeah, it's sort of like having that creepy uncle at a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party.
All I know is Jesse will have a long and fulfilling career.
I'm surprised that you said that with a straight face, Allie.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, it's like I thought, Jesse's the one being humiliated. He has to stay behind, but he gets out of the ring first. Eric Young is there, left by himself, and then Aces of Eights shows up.
And the Nerf Hammer of Doom.
Yes, they bring back the hammer, and once again we get more hammer bullshit. It's hammer time. Do.
Ow, stop it, ow. Ah.
You okay, Allie?
No, just that's what I imagined was going on with the hammer. Quit it. Damn it.
I think this is the first time where it was still uncomfortable to watch, but at the same time, this is the first time I went, okay, that can't be a real hammer, because I think it's because EY oversold it slightly.
Then again, we pretty much knew it's not real hammer with how much it bounced around during the Dock Park match and Turning Point.
Well, I didn't see that, so.
Yep. At one point, it hits the mat and it bounces around like a Nerf hammer would.
Okay.
And there was no metallic clunk either. Which one would probably imagine when something metal hits the mat,
Even if it isn't real, it's still kind of is real at the same time, just because it's not the type of weapon you expect to see used for a beatdown. You expect to see a chair or a sledgehammer
or a steel pipe.
Well, yeah, the thing is,
or a bat or a kendo stick or something.
For most of wrestling, they do kind of give you a gentle nod that this is supposed to be not real, but then they have to bring out this kind of vaguely shootish thing that's supposed to be like, oh shit, these guys are serious, but it's just it's not.
Yeah.
It kind of just completely blows it out of the water, and it's like, this is completely pointless.
So that's that.
Yep.
And let's see. Now we get Kaz and Daniels coming down, and they're doing this new thing where they're like dancing and shit.
This is the
feud I gotta say,
never ends.
Pretty damn awesome.
On and on, my friends.
That was
Some people
damn it.
started watching it, not knowing what it was. Now they're watching it forever. Because it is the feud that never ends.
This time with less awkward.
Imagining lamb chop.
Stop stealing my joke.
I don't think you've aired your joke yet.
That's my joke.
They really fucking love this feud, don't they?
The feud that never ends, that was my joke, dude. I was the first that came up with that.
Okay, somebody hire David Otunga. We're going to court. You have to be shiny.
We'll find that I'm going to hire
Joseph
Christopher Notwinski.
And Clarence Mason.
Yeah.
Bonus points if you know who that is.
No, I'm going to hire Notwinski, Skippy.
Notwinski. But he's not a lawyer. Oh, never mind.
He was the first Harvard graduate.
And where is he now? Not in wrestling. Okay,
Thanks
moving
to
on.
concussion.
So yeah, this match,
I can always hire Joseph Park.
AJ's wrestling Kaz, of course. And at one point, Kaz does the Gangnam style dance, but he does it all fucked up. He does it like one foot is asleep.
I didn't really notice that.
Well, that's really, truth be told, the only thing I really remember out of this match.
I think. Well, then again, I think they did that in at Turning Point too.
Yeah.
And I would have rather had like a year-long feud with just Styles and Kazarian than another feud with AJ and Daniels.
Oh, but
Yeah,
we're gonna get one more match.
Yeah, I pretty much smelled this one a mile away though when they announced the stipulations of that triple threat match at Turning Point that Styles is going to eat the pin and end up feuding with Daniels and Kazarian again.
It's like a really weird triangle.
You?
What?
So yeah.
I mean,
And then
Kazarian and AJ, even if it had been a year, it probably would be kind of similar to maybe John Cena or Randy Orton, but at least you'd have a lot better wrestling. And you might get sick of it, but and not to say that Daniels and Styles can't put on good matches, but it's going on 10 years. Just,
shit, yeah, it has been 10 years since they
after
started
a certain point, you're just like, make it stop.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
now,
the feud.
now we have Austin Aries coming out for his segment, and he's got a white suit on, and he's looking pretty fly, and
White guy.
yeah, pretty much.
By the way, earlier, I think we missed this segment because I don't think the results mentioned this because AJ had was backstage basically talking about who he was gonna, he's gonna call out someone, and then he said family affair, and also let's note the fact that Jeff Hardy already wrestled tonight. So for those of you who were predicting that Austin Aries was gonna call Jeff Hardy, you'd be wrong.
I was my first thoughts, because I remember this segment too, is my first thoughts is he was going to call out Matt Hardy. That's who I was expecting to see.
What?
He couldn't fit through the door.
Boy, was I wrong.
He couldn't fit through the door. Moving on.
All of a sudden, a fan shows up in the audience with a Matt Hardy. I paid to see Matt Hardy sign.
Yeah, so it's like Austin Aries comes out, and oddly enough, he says, "I'm sick of the name Hogan. I've seen it all my life and all my career, and I'm tired of looking at it wherever I turn, and I'm gonna call out Brooke Hogan."
Oh, I guess I should have saved my rant for
Cue
now.
organ music.
No.
Dun dun dun.
Though we should probably
Okay.
leave the creepy organ music for when they get Linda Troll Hogan out.
Oh God.
Oh.
My. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. That just gave me a horrifying image and a horrible taste in my mouth in the same time.
Why does he taste like fish?
Oh. Oh, that's just, yeah. So yeah, Brooke comes out, and Aries is like, it's like, so he talks about her finding her dream guy, so so he name drops names like Miss Brooke Trump or Miss Brooke McMahon. No, it's going to be
which got a significant boo, by the way.
Yeah, because it's the Impact Zone.
And the whole time, Brooke Hogan has the dumbest, confused look on her face. But at the same time, her thought is like, "Why do you have me out here? I'm not good at this. Just let me be backstage where I can just talk for a few seconds and that's it.
I have a really bad joke.
Where you can just feed me some easy lines. I'm not good at this. Why do you have me out here?
I have a really bad joke, and I'm not sure I should say it.
Go.
I said I was good with my mouth, but I didn't mean talking.
Oh.
Oh God.
So yeah, no, she definitely went to the same how to emote class that Karen and Dixie went to.
Stare blankly at a wall.
So it's like, no, obviously Brooke wasn't really told to smile during her formative years.
Pretty much.
But yeah, that's the last thing I want to think about is Brooks Hogan's childhood. So
Not the strap.
Basically, Aries is like, "Oh, you and Bully Ray are in a relationship," and shows them pictures and all that stuff, and this brings out Hulk Hogan to come out as well as Bully Ray comes out, gets pissed off, and this segment it just kind of dies off like this. It doesn't really, nothing really gets resolved.
Yep.
Typical of TNA.
Yeah. Oh, and Aries says, "Oh, if you're starved for attention, you don't have to get turkey. You can have all the stuffing you can handle if you go with me."
Yo.
So, which just adds a whole new level of squick to this feud.
You know, that line didn't actually bother me, to be perfectly honest. It was.
I'm so glad that I missed that line.
I also got some cranberry sauce.
I mean, that's the typical type of thing. I mean, it wasn't that. It was a slightly pervy, but it wasn't that bad.
Shall we wrap this up then?
It just kind of peters off, and then we're not sure if Hogan knows about Bully Ray and Brooke. You don't know if that's a thing. And it does this thing where people are staring at each other awkwardly, and that's it. That's the fucking how the show ends.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much starting with the turkey soup match, Impact just petered out and just fell into a rut. I mean, the AJ the Styles Kazarian match was okay. I mean they put on a decent match, but they've already been on a year-long feud, so it's getting sickening. And,
which I called again. Well, anyways, let's wrap this up with what gets more screen time than Jay Lethal? Jesse gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Oh, you got that right. The Aces and Eights evil Thanksgiving turkey gets more screen time.
Oh,
Brooke Hogan's blank, soulless eyes get more screen time than Jay Lethal. A black pool of darkness.
Bully, you should go out with Brooke Tessmacher instead.
I'm gonna say
Only one of the Stepford wives.
I'm gonna say Matt Morgan got more screen time than Jay Lethal, and he was barely on the show, so that'll work.
Yep. And that about does it for tonight's show.
I wish I could have come
Fox?
up with something clever, but that was.
Oh, actually, you know what? We got to do our plugs. Forgot about the plugs. So you can subscribe to us on Blit TV and on YouTube. Look for DarkMatch Wrestling with 1S. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, DarkMatch Wrestling with 1S. You can follow us individually as well. Don't forget to you can check us out on TRE Productions. We're also on Reviewtopia in the community section.
RVT now.
Is it called RVT now?
Yes, it is, according to Skippy.
Okay. So it's now called RVT Productions. And also, what else? I think we're still on that guy with the glasses.
No, we're
In
not.
the box.
Nowhere.
Yeah, we kind of gave that up.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't, or you'll probably end up likely finding blank space.
We will find us on the Spoonie experiment forums.
Look for nothing
That's right.
on that guy with the glasses. Also look at our Friendster and our Angel Fire.
and go to our defunct MySpace account and our Tumblr account.
You find us on GeoCities.
You can dig up our old Usenet group from 1999. Okay, now we're just taking the piss. I'm DigiFox. I'm the fox that rocks your socks.
I'm your Lord Star, and I feel like shooting something.
I'm Ellie. Catchphrase.
And I am Rockton. You don't have to sell you.
Good night, Scooter.
And that'll do it.
Good night, and whatever the fuck I'm saying next.